Okay, I think everything's working now. It's a little behind. Okay, I don't know how this sounds at the moment. I'm going to private this video after maybe a couple of days. Not really good with this stuff. So yeah, this came out of nowhere, but I'm pretty sure all of the Nintendo Directs come out of nowhere. I don't know if you saw the time, but right now, 4:59. So it's only about maybe a minute left. Roughly 40 minutes. Wait, what, tune in for... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought this was going to be 40-minute direct. Okay, good. That would have been kind of annoying. I expect it to be around 30 minutes. Truthfully, I don't really have any expectations. I was very happy to see that they announced Octopath Traveler 2. That made me very happy. That was actually one of the games that I was most desiring to have come true. In terms of other games, oh, it's starting. I don't know, I guess like Mega Man X Command Mission 2. That's like my dream list. It'll never happen, but it'll be cool. But yeah, I didn't get the new Fire Emblem game. I haven't played it yet, just because I've been busy on other games. So we'll just have to see. Oh, yeah, I forgot they didn't announce Pikmin 4. I'll buy this one. I think the last Pikmin game I played was Pikmin 2. That was like... When was that? I don't remember. 2020... Was it 2020 or 2021? I don't remember. But no, I'm excited for this game. I like the Pikmin series. There's not that many games, but in terms of the numbered games, they're always a lot of fun. Yeah, it's in a different perspective now. In all honesty, I actually don't really like the perspective. I've always kind of liked the semi-bird's eye view, pretty much bird's eye view perspective. I think I mainly liked it because it felt more like it was just easier to play it like that, but with this, it limits you on what you can see. But other than that, it looks like it's the same game. Ice Pikmin. They're pretty much like rock Pikmin, but freeze. Yeah. It's weird that they never really made a lot of different types of Pikmin. Is that an ally? Well, I guess it kind of makes me think of the dog from Yoshi's Story, or even Yoshi's Island. No, it's like a purple Pikmin. It's like a purple Pikmin. It can carry 10 times the weight of a normal Pikmin. Also, I just realized something. Is there a time limit for... Like in all the other games where you have a time limit on how much time you have until the day ends. I remember when I first played Pikmin 1, when I was really young, I actually really hated that because, oh my god, this boss again. So it's cool to see new and old bosses. Wait a minute, is this like Pikmin 2 where you go through tunnels? That would be interesting. But, yeah, I'll definitely buy this, but I have trouble trying to keep up with new games because I'm focusing on a lot of older games, and eventually I'll play it. July 21st. It's pretty soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
I'll be quiet for these sections.
That was the latest trailer for Pikmin 4. A dog-like creature was spotted. What kinds of things will it show us?
I think he showed us half the
Please look
things that
forward
it
to
could
more
do.
information in the future.
I broke my promise, I'm
Let's
sorry.
see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
This new hero is a real gem.
I don't know what you can hear.
Introducing
Oh.
Volume 3 of the Xenoblade
Alright,
Chronicles
well,
3
I'm just gonna
expansion
plug my
pass
ears
DLC.
because I'm a little crybaby.
What now?
Say hello to Masha,
And I'm not going
the
to look at
newest
the screen
hero,
either.
and a refined Lapidarist.
I haven't
She
played
can use
Xenoblade
special
3
ore
nor
to
have I
craft
played the
accessories
second
that
one.
can bestow
I think I said
various
this
effects.
last time. I played Xenoblade
Challenge
X
battles with
for
roguelike
like
elements
6
are also
hours.
being added.
I was so
Select only
disappointed
one
with it
character
that I
and
just
battle
completely
wave after
gave
wave
up
of
on it.
enemies.
And
For
I don't
every win,
own the
you'll
other
earn more
games,
heroes and
so that
special
means I would have to
abilities.
pay for it, which makes me less
Rack up
interested in wanting
victories
to
with your
play it
heroes
anytime
and
soon.
set your sights on the final stage. You might also get special in-game outfits as a reward. And coming in Volume 4 later this year.
Tell me why!
I usually don't care
Is
about
this
games with
really what you want?
waves of
Nothing's gonna get
DLC.
through to him. He's a heartless
Because-
machine.
I'm not really the kind of person that...
Like killing Granddad wasn't enough
So if
for
you
you.
think I'm going to have the
Volume 3 of
patience,
Xenoblade Chronicles
after I
3
finish
expansion
it,
pass for the
I
Xenoblade Chronicles 3
would
game
want to play
launches
the
on the
other
Nintendo Switch system
batches of content.
February
It's like
15th.
usually when I finish a game, okay, it's done.
Shake it, amigo.
I remember this series.
Move to the beat in a brand new Samba de Amigo
I have no
game.
idea when this series started,
Grab your Joy-Con controllers
I know it was on the
and
Wii,
gently shake them like maracas to
but I
match the
have no
targets
idea
during a
if it came
song.
out earlier.
Follow the instructions on screen to pose and dance. But the unexpected might happen, so stay on your
I
toes.
have no idea if I would be good at rhythm games. Every rhythm game has a
Why
different
not
type
dance
of
with a friend to
gameplay
predict your
style.
compatibility in
So I guess I
Love
could be
Checker?
good at rhythm games, it just depends on the
Make
type
sure
of,
to show up in style too.
like how you're supposed to do it.
Compete online in World
I know video
Party.
games where the
Those
rhythm
with the
games
lowest
go
scores in
by,
each round will be eliminated.
like the D-pad or
Keep
like
the beat
buttons.
and aim for
Usually
first
I'm not
place.
good at games like that for some reason.
40 songs are included, spanning a multitude of genres from around the world. So grab those controllers
Because it's not like the
get
input
shaken
equals
when
the
Samba de
sound.
Amigo Party Central
So not only do you
shimmies
have to
onto
know-
Nintendo Switch this
Not
summer.
only you have to know the rhythm of the song, but you have to know the input of those specific sounds.
Got a passion for fashion? Welcome to Fashion Dreamer. This is the place to
Excellent.
glam it up and express yourself. Here, you'll aim to become a stylish
Whoops.
influencer. And you're in luck. Tons of people are seeking the latest trends.
Without saying anything negative
a
about the
like
game,
if you
because I don't
dig
have an
their
opinion
style.
on this, it's really weird
Or suggest
to
new
see
outfits for
certain
them to
games
grow as
that-
an influencer. Now it's time for fashion design. Choose from over 1,000 design options.
It's just weird to see some
Then
games
add a
that
personal
make it onto the
touch to give
Nintendo
your
Direct,
item
and
a
then some
vital
games are
flourish.
just kind of put in the, like, what is it called, like the montage
You can get the items other
gauntlet
people are
towards the
wearing
end, where
by
they just kind
liking
of throw a
them.
lot of games. But this
Mix and
one was
match
able to
your
get,
favorites to create new looks.
like, its own category.
By connecting online, you can expand your friend circle and grow your brand. Got an eye for fashion? Then get styling when Fashion Dreamer debuts exclusively on Nintendo Switch this year.
Kind of makes me think of when I used to play those maker games
Delve
online.
into these dark worlds.
Dark Worlds could be any game.
Dracula's Castle beckons in this new paid DLC for the roguelite action
Oh,
platformer,
DLC.
Dead
Okay, I don't
Cells.
care.
Venture through the castle's hellish
You know when you
halls
have
and
those
outskirts
games where you
alongside
just-
Richter Belmont and Alucard,
Wait,
leading up to a showdown
Belmont and
with death
Alucard?
and Dracula himself. Wield the vampire killer and other iconic weapons.
And that's
as
also
you
the
vanquish
song.
legions of monsters in
That's Bloody
frenetic
Tears.
combat. 12 original covers and 51
Dang
songs
it.
from the Castlevania series accompany you during your quest.
You're
in
almost
Dead
making me
Cells.
interested in it, but
Return to
Dead Cells is one of those
Castlevania,
games where it's
sinking
like,
its
it
teeth into
looks
Nintendo
really cool,
Switch
but for
March
some
6th.
reason I just can't
Pre-orders
commit to
begin
buying it,
today
but...
on Nintendo eShop.
And that's Richter.
And enter a new grid in this narrative puzzle adventure
Tron.
set within the Tron universe.
That's weird.
Uncover
When was
dangerous
the last
truths
Tron
and
movie? They made
retrieve what was lost
there was
as
Tron
you
from the
navigate
80s.
through a
There was
perilous
Tron
world.
from the late
Your
2000s.
decisions and the
Early
alliances you
2010s.
forge
I
will
can't remember
impact your
exactly.
journey and the entire
Did they
server.
make another Tron?
Tron Identity
I don't
launches
remember.
first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this April.
It's just weird because the last thing I can remember Tron related
Who's
was
there? Wait, is that? Well, that can't be good. The time-bending murder mystery Ghost Trick returns in HD.
Capcom.
After kicking the bucket and becoming
Oh, wait a minute, I
ghost, you can
recognize that
possess and
character, I
control
think.
objects. With your powers, you can even help others, like this woman, and change any ill-fated, fates. Ghost Trick.
Yeah, I do
Phantom
recognize
Detective.
him.
Spirits onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
It's so weird that some of these games could have easily been on a portable console,
Two
which,
connected
although the
worlds,
Switch is
one
portable, I kind of
suspenseful thriller.
miss, like, you have your main console and then you have your portable console.
問題ない交際費
言っても無駄だし。
ついに来たな
Dessa Police?
ここがポリスセンター
Dessa, like in,
デカシムは刑事訓練用の仮想空間。
like
現
10?
実がコピーされた世界。
すごいここ本当に仮想空間なの
I will say that's one catch about focusing on a lot of older games, and when I say older games, I'm mainly saying, like, pretty much anything that's,
最初から違和感が
I would say anything that's, like,
お前だ
at least 2 generations before the present
警察
generation.
はおとなしくしろ
武力兵器の使
So
用
I
は
guess, for
デカ番組
example,
にかざす
not
姿
Wii
勢
U or, like, PS4, but more specifically, like,
強奪未遂で
Wii and
現行犯
PS3,
逮捕
like, that's the absolute minimal of when I say older games, and then go as far back
カー
as
バードが
NES.
カラフル猫ちゃんになってる何が起こった
誰かがデータを置き換えたんだ。
I can't tell if it's kind of like an RPG. It's definitely an RPG, but
それって完全に犯罪だぞ
I don't know, I just haven't really been interested in RPGs lately.
こ
Just
の狂った
the
街
one big reason is that they just take so long to finish, and I'm the kind of person where I just want to be able to finish a lot of games as much as I can. So to see a game that looks really cool, but then seeing it as an RPG, and I just have to think, oh,
Once upon a time, there
this is
was
going
a
to be like
witch
a
and a
60,
demon.
70, 80, 100 plus hour
Experience
game.
Bayonetta's origins as a young witch named Cereza. Seeking the power to rescue her imprisoned mother, she ventures deep into the Avalon Forest ruled by fairies.
I'm going to that forest. I'm going to become a
I like the
witch
art style for
and
this. It
save
kind of makes me
Mommy.
think, the setting makes me
There,
think a little
she'll
bit of
encounter
Monica
the
Magica.
otherworldly demon Cheshire. You'll control both witch and demon at the same time.
Actually, this makes me think of
Harness Cereza's
Okami a
magic
teensy bit,
and
but I
Cheshire's
haven't really put that
ferocity
much
to
time into
travel
that
through
game.
this mysterious and dangerous forest.
Hmm.
They'll need to work together in battle as well.
Well, now that is, oh, for that
Cereza
split second,
cannot
that was
attack
a
and
very,
can only support Cheshire by magically binding enemies.
oh, I like art style like this.
Hold an enemy in place while Cheshire attacks.
I haven't
or
gotten a
stop
chance to
an
play any of the
aggressive one to
Bayonetta
focus
games.
on another.
Kind of
Strategically
out of
use each
laziness.
character's
I would love
abilities
to play the
win
Bayonetta
battles.
games, but it's just because I don't have a PS3, and although they did
duo will
release
gain strength
Bayonetta
as they
1
continue
with
their
Bayonetta
journey.
2,
By obtaining more powers,
I've always been
new
lazy
paths
wanting to
can be
purchase
opened,
the game,
and battles can be more easily
because I was
swayed
interested in the
your
series when
favor.
Bayonetta 2 was
Can Cereza and Cheshire
released,
find their
and
happily
I just
ever after?
remembered at the time when Bayonetta 2 was coming out, I already put like 70 plus
Cereza and the
hours in
Lost
Hyrule
Demon
Warriors,
prowls
so when I
onto
played
the
a demo
Nintendo
of
Switch system
Bayonetta
March
2,
17.
I just remember just
Pre-orders
not
are
enjoying it
available
because I
now
was already
on
so
Nintendo
burned
eShop.
out of playing games where you just beat up
How was
multiple
that?
enemies.
Next, please take a look at this.
That could be anything. What is this? Oh, it's Splatoon 3. What could it be? I love that I keep saying a lot of series that I haven't played or I'm not gonna play. Here's another one. I've never played any Splatoon games, but I pretty much have seen enough videos to know what Splatoon is. I think it looks cool. It just feels like most of your time in the game has to be with people online, and I usually like playing games alone. Expansion pass. Wave 1. Wait, didn't I just say that I'm not a huge fan of, like, just like waves of DLC over time? Because once I beat a game, I usually just don't want to come back to it. And, like, if I really like the game, like, I've been playing Super Metroid, and I would definitely love to play that game again, but hypothetically, if that game had like DLC, sure I would play it depending on if it's really good, but I just don't like games, I don't like DLC that much just because it then gets kind of complicated. It's like, should I count this content for my criticism? Well, when I say criticism, I don't mean by in a negative way, but just... It just gets kind of complicated with the DLC because I feel like this is like content that's not being added onto my final scoring and opinion of the game. So I just consider the DLC to be completely separate.
Old school and freshness? Then head over to Inkopolis.
Also, the music in Splatoon has always been kind of like a mixed thing for me. It's like on one hand the music sounds kind of weird, but at the same time I like it.
Oh, what's this?
More Splatoon? I'm getting like Nier Automata vibes. Because there's one area that's just pretty much completely white. But the corals kind of make me think of Monster Hunter World. There's one world where it's just nothing but corals, and that's all I can really say. I don't remember if there was fish floating around in that game, however. Also, as a side note, my neck hurts. I think I slept on it wrong.
Wave 1 Inkopolis launches this spring.
Now, at the moment,
Wave 2
was there anything so far that they announced I was interested in? In terms of like games that were announced, like we didn't know about, or at least anything major like Metroid Prime 4. I've been very patient. That's why I've held off playing Super Metroid for the first time until
Many people
now.
have played Splatoon 3 since its launch.
I'm fine that I haven't seen any games. I think last Nintendo
you all
Direct,
very
I was
much.
already happy to
We
see
hope
those.
players will be able to enjoy the game
Like
even
Fire Emblem
more
Engage,
with the
Octopath Traveler
upcoming
2, like
paid
those two
expansion
games
pass.
announced made me satisfied.
Please
I only
look forward to more information
really
about
only
Splatoon
need
3 in the future.
like 2 or 3 games
Let's
announced
see
that
some
I'm
more
interested in, and then
Nintendo
that's
Switch
it.
headlines.
If I see too many games, it's upsetting.
Adventure awaits
Yeah, this is the
Mickey and
game
friends on
that all I can
Illusion
think of
Island.
is, this is like the furthest
Mickey Mouse,
into the...
Minnie Mouse,
What is it?
Donald Duck, and Goofy.
It's like the last game
Embark on a
onto
new
the coming
adventure
soon
to find
category in
3
the
magical
eShop.
books and save the mysterious island of Monoth. Run, jump, and swing to explore every nook and cranny of the island. By unlocking special abilities, you can reach new places and find secret areas.
It looks kind of
Cross
fun.
large chasms with boost jump.
I won't buy
Ground
it.
pound barriers to open new spaces. And glide
I
through
wonder
the
if
air
I
to reach
didn't
distant
focus on older
platforms and
games.
hidden areas.
I wonder what it would be
Each
like.
character's personality shines through in
If
their
that was the
actions.
case, then
Up to 4 pals
I would pretty much
locally can
have
brave
way
the
more
island.
Switch
Share
games
a hug for extra help.
and PS4 games, but
Play leapfrog
just
for
because I
larger
would
jumps.
put my
or
money
drop a
into
rope to lend a
getting
hand.
those games, but
Work together to save Monoth, and
I'm
you
still
might discover
buying
new
mostly
paths.
older games. Like just today I
While
actually got
exploring
Quest
the island, you'll
64,
meet unusual allies and dangerous foes.
so I would like to work on that game
Study
one
their
day.
movements carefully
I know
to
it's not
figure out the
considered
secrets
good,
to
but
victory.
I'm still excited to
Join
try it
Mickey
out.
and friends on a high-flying adventure in Disney Illusion Island, swinging onto Nintendo Switch July 28th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
It might sound like a broken record because I don't remember what I said last time, but I don't care
More
about...
emblems are on the way.
Dang it, I'm having to close my
New
eyes.
emblems are coming to
I'm
future
closing my
waves
eyes
of the Fire
and I'm
Emblem
pointing
Engage
my ears.
Expansion Pass
Oh crap, I
DLC.
can't close my eyes.
Wave 2
I'll just look at it
includes
at the corner of my
Hector,
eye so it's
Emblem
not
of Strength.
registerable.
Raise defense and unleash counterattacks.
Again, I just don't count DLC and expansion
Emblem of
pass
Acumen.
as...
Cast
I don't
magic
count it as
spells
the
over a
main
wide
content.
area.
So if it... I just hate games that does
Camilla,
this.
Emblem of
I know Fire
Revelation.
Emblem Echoes, I
Modify
think,
the
was the
terrain
game
to
that
hinder
started
enemies.
this.
Wave 3 includes
But at the same time,
Chrom and
it wasn't
Robin,
that bad.
Emblem
When I
of
looked
Bonds.
online, there really wasn't a
Overwhelm
lot
foes with sword and magic attacks.
of content
Veronica,
that was kind of
Emblem
taken out. Like, there
Heroes.
was a few things, but not too bad.
Summon
But,
additional allies to fight for your cause.
I don't know. I just hate games
Challenge
with
newly
DLC
added
and
missions
expansion
to
passes.
recruit these new emblems.
Because I just feel like there's a lot of content that's just removed.
And in
from
Wave
the game.
4, a new story
And,
called Belzina
It's like I'm never gonna
will be
buy it. I already
unlocked.
spent $60. What, you want me to
Thank
spend
you for answering
another
our
like
prayers.
Who is
20,
it that's putting your world
40?
in danger now?
Watch out! Assassin!
I'm not gonna pay for it. But sadly, a lot of people,
Wave 2 of the
you know,
Fire
buy this
Emblem
stuff.
Engage expansion pass
So they're
for the
gonna keep
Fire
doing
Emblem
it.
Engage game
And that just
launches on the
is-
Nintendo Switch system
that's
later
horrible for
today.
me. And I think it's over. Okay.
Take control of your destiny. This is Reverie, a world in which deities known as aspirations dwell.
What
When
mythology
a
is this
megacorp
based off of?
endangers the harmony between Reverie and our world, the future of humanity hangs in the balance. In this narrative adventure, harness your divine gift of clairvoyance to travel between worlds, see the future, and decide humanity's fate. Many branching story paths, along with a riveting soundtrack by Celeste composer Lena Raine, set the stage for your journey.
Celeste.
Eventually, you'll side with
Oh.
one of the 6 aspirations
Oh,
like Bond,
Celeste.
power,
I was like, that sounded
chaos
familiar, and I was like,
to
oh, like
change
the
the
video
story's
game, and then it
outcome.
brought back
to which
to what he
destiny
said,
do you
the
aspire?
Celeste composer.
Harmony, the Fall
So
of
the
Reverie,
music is,
launches first for consoles on
the music's
Nintendo
actually,
Switch this
it,
June.
it does sound like the same kind of music, yeah. I like Celeste. I think I
These
played
games
it
will have
last
you
year,
rolling.
about a year ago. I really like the music.
Octopath Traveler
Yeah.
2 is just around the
Oh, I
corner.
want to play it so badly.
After today's
But
Nintendo
I don't think I'm
Direct,
gonna-
a demo containing the game's opening hours will be available on Nintendo eShop.
I'll probably try out the demo. I'll definitely
8 new
play this, but
stories
I just
await.
don't know if I'm able to
Which
play it when it
path will
first
you
comes
take
out.
first? Who will your allies be, and where will your journey
I'm
lead
really
you?
happy that they're making the
Venture through
sequel.
a brand new world in Octopath Traveler
I think the
2, launching on
I think the
Nintendo
3 main
Switch
reasons why I
February
love the
24th.
first Octopath Traveler is
Keep
just
it rolling. Run around and collect oodles of objects in this remaster of We Love Katamari.
I love that I wanted to say the name, but I wasn't sure if that's
Roll
what
in
it
a
was called, and it was.
A zoo. And space? New features include playing as the young king of all cosmos in
Octopath
5
Traveler 2?
new
Alright.
challenges.
The music, the
And
graphics,
taking photos
like
with
the
a selfie camera.
presentation, and the combat were my 3 favorite
We
things
Love Katamari
in that
Reroll
game.
plus Royal
In
Reverie
terms of
comes to Nintendo
characters,
Switch June 2nd. In
my
addition,
problem with the first
active
game was they
Nintendo Switch
lacked
Online
interaction.
members
Like
can
there
play a
were
free
the
game trial of
cutscenes
Katamari
where
Damacy
you could
Reroll.
have like certain character interactions, but they never had like a part in the story.
Combine
And
the powers
luckily
of
I
Sun
heard that
and
they're
Moon
fixing
to
that.
fend off evil in this turn-based RPG.
turn-based
Freely traverse
RPG.
a breathtaking world. Meet characters from all
Graphically, it
walks
looks
of life
fine.
and devastate foes with timed attacks in battle. Complement your journey with enchanting melodies and retro-inspired tunes from the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, a guest composer for the game. Sea of Stars sails onto Nintendo Switch August 29th. A free demo will launch later today on Nintendo eShop.
Will I ever play it?
Duke it out in
Maybe.
this free-to-play online multiplayer showdown. Form 2 teams of 3 and challenge others to lightning-fast battles, air hockey style. Use each striker's skills to dominate each match. Change the course trajectory from afar. Block areas to gain the
It's kind of
advantage.
lagging a little bit. That's not good.
Or knock opponents out of the arena with explosive
Actually, I don't know how many
moves.
people
Omega
are
Strikers
watching this at
slides
the
onto
moment.
Nintendo Switch April 27th. Pre-orders for this
This
free-to-play
is one of
game
the only
begin
things
today
I've
on
ever
Nintendo
seen
eShop.
that just hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people.
Dive back into the sprawling labyrinth.
Wait.
A collection of the first 3 Etrian Odyssey games is coming
No
to Nintendo
way.
Switch, remastered in HD.
Really?
Many treasures lie deep
Oh,
within
that's
a massive
awesome.
labyrinth. Its paths are intertwined, and vicious
Great.
monsters lurk in the shadows.
I've always wanted to
blank
get into
map
the
is your
series,
only
but the
guide.
first 3 games are just too expensive
By
now.
drawing the map as you
I have
explore, you
4
can
and
progress
5.
even further.
I have all the 3DS games, but I don't have any of the
Venture
DS
into the
games. This is
labyrinth with
great.
5
Now I can
adventurers.
actually...
As the guild leader,
I can
you'll
actually
assign
play them.
roles, like the ally defending protector or the ultra-fast Dark Hunter. But be warned, every adventure is
But wait a
fraught with
minute, here's the
danger.
problem. So it's all 3 of
Should
them.
you fall
Are
in
they all...
battle, you can change your team and learn new
Are they
skills to
separate
strengthen your party
games,
before
or is
challenging
it
the
like a
labyrinth
one-bit
again.
trilogy? I won't be willing to spend $60 on a
24
trilogy.
newly drawn character illustrations are included. Plus, take advantage of new difficulty options and a new
I don't think I've ever
auto-mapping
seen an
function
easy
for
mode
smoother
described as
exploration.
picnic.
Etrian Odyssey
Okay, it's
Origins
actually
Collection
the Origins
launches on
Collection.
Nintendo Switch June 1st.
Yeah.
Each game in the collection will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay, that's actually something I would buy. Well, that's one thing.
Get your tactical skills ready.
Look, I haven't played any of the Advance Wars. I know I'm slacking
Calling
off, but
all
are they
strategy
actually making a
fans.
new
The
game?
Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp game is only a couple of months away. Join Andy, Max, Sammy, and more in 2 full-story campaigns.
Wait a minute.
Each one filled with colorful
Wait a minute.
turn-based tactical action.
What do you mean it's coming out in
Flex
a
your
couple of
strategic
months?
muscles across a multitude of modes. Design your own maps and share them with friends.
Oh
Plus,
my
go
god.
head-to-head
I
in
thought it
local
already
and
came
online
out
play.
April of last year.
Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot
Oh
Camp comes to
my
Nintendo
god.
Switch April 21st.
No wonder I didn't hear anything
Pre-orders
about the
begin
game.
today on Nintendo
Did they
eShop.
really announce it that long ago? Oh, yeah, the Kirby. I'm not gonna buy this. I already
A new
played Return to
story will
Dreamland.
unfold in the Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe game.
I have no interest in this.
Magalore, the interdimensional
Like, I know it has
traveler
more
from the main
content, but-
adventure, has lost his powers and
$60?
must escape the realm between dimensions.
Like, I know it has extra content, but it's just... Like, I don't care how much additional content you add, it's still
All
mostly
you
the
can do
same
now is a
game
basic attack and
as
jump.
Return to Dreamland.
To regain Magalore's powers, you'll need to collect magic points.
Like, this
by
is probably
defeating
only like an
enemies.
extra hour or two.
With magic points,
the game.
different abilities can be restored and enhanced. Improve Magalore's levitation, or increase his attack range. The order in which you restore
Return to
his
Dreamland's
powers
actually
is
one of my
up to you.
favorite.
There are over 20
Return to Dreamland's one of my
stages to
favorite Kirby
explore.
games. Oh my god, it's lagging so badly.
Up
You're
to
gonna see
4
this
players
stuff.
on the same system
that's
can
why it
venture through this
freaking-
mysterious realm
There
together.
we go. Now the qual. It was mainly because it was 60 frames. I didn't even realize
and
that.
safely return to his world. You can access this new epilogue after clearing story mode.
But yeah, I'm not buying this. Anything with DLC or anything about repurchasing games that already came out in the past,
After
but
today's Nintendo
making it full
Direct,
price
a
by
demo
just
will be
adding,
available on Nintendo eShop.
you know. You know,
Up to 4
technically, you can
players
get
play
the
a
original
specially
Return
arranged
to Dreamland
demo
for
with select stages
$20,
and
one-third of
subgames.
the price.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 24th.
I would say if it was
Pre-orders are available
$40,
now
then
on
I would be
Nintendo
completely
eShop.
okay with it.
We hope you're looking
Why am I being
forward
so
to the
negative?
new story in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Next, here's some news about Nintendo Switch Online. Please take a look at this.
Game Boy. Cool, we're gonna see Metroid 2, Link's Awakening, Super Mario Land 2, I was just about to say that.
Game Boy games are being added to
Pokemon.
Nintendo Switch Online.
There's really not a lot of Game Boy. Link's
On
Awakening,
Nintendo Switch,
I
you
swear
can
to God,
play
they're
these
probably
games
gonna show
anytime,
mostly all
anywhere,
of
just
the
like you could
really...
back in the day.
They're probably just gonna show...
Let's
That doesn't
introduce the
count.
games that
They're
will be
probably just gonna
available at
show
launch.
mostly all the good Game Boy games, which is like maybe 10.
Tetris, Arrange the falling tetraminos
No, I'm actually
and
being
aim for
serious.
a
There's
high
not that
score.
many genuinely good Game Boy games.
Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Reclaim the castle that Wario stole from you. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening
Okay, first of
DX.
all,
Awaken the Windfish
this
to
is supposed to be
escape
Game
Copeland
Boy.
Island.
That's Game Boy Color.
Gargoyle's Quest. Save the Ghoul Realm as Firebrand from the Ghosts and Goblins series.
The cover.
Game & Watch Gallery 3. Play an assortment of Game & Watch titles.
See, I'm the kind of person that I don't really judge a game's
Alone in
quality,
the Dark.
but
The New Nightmare.
Game Boy
Solve a murder
So wait,
mystery
it
on the
says Game Boy, but
supernatural
it's
Shadow
counting Game
Island.
Boy Color.
Metroid 2, Return of Samus.
Metroid 2 is
Destroy the
actually good.
Metroids
If it
hiding
just
on
had a
planet
map, the game would be
SR-388.
so much better.
Wario Land 3. Traverse a world
You know, I
that
have not played
changes
Wario
between
Land
day
3
and
yet.
night
I've played
based
the
on your
first two
actions.
and Shake It. I don't like most of them, but I do like Shake It.
Kirby's Dream Land.
I forgot about Kirby.
Float, inhale, and spit out
Dreamland
enemies
2
in
is
Kirby's
significantly
debut
better than the
title.
first one. You're gonna show Dreamland 2? No.
You can use the Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, or Game Boy Color screen filters. Up to 2 players can play compatible
See, I'm
games
actually
together
confused. Could
locally
you
or
play Game Boy
online.
Color on Game Boy? I've never figured that out.
More games will be added
Oracle
in
of
the
Ages,
future.
Oracle of Seasons, Pokemon, Tilt Double. Okay, so that's cool. It has Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
And
But Game Boy Advance. Again, you can't purchase it, which kind of defeats the whole point.
Game
I
Boy
really
Advance
wish
games
you
are
can
being added to
purchase
Nintendo Switch
games.
Online Plus
They can make
expansion
so
pack.
much money if they did that.
Here are the games that you can play at
Because a
launch.
lot of people wouldn't want to spend $8 on an individual
Super
game.
Mario
They would
Advance
much
4,
rather.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
I'm actually
Play
going to buy that
38
on the
extra levels
eShop.
from the Nintendo e-reader accessory. WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games.
I might get this on the
Experience the
eShop.
origins of
You
the
can actually
lightning
buy
fast micro
these games digitally, but that's kind of
Koru
close.
Koru Korurin. Guide the spinning stick to the
Also
goal
on
without
eShop.
hitting obstacles. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Race in the first Mario Kart game
An
created
underrated
for a
Mario
portable
Kart game.
system. Mario and Luigi
Speed.
Superstar Saga. Venture through a zany world and fight with equally zany attacks. The
Minish
Legend
Cap.
of Zelda, the Minish Cap.
A very
Shrink to
amazing
miniature
Zelda
size
game.
and dive into a big adventure. Local and online play is supported for compatible games, and up to 4 players can play together.
I don't know. I just really wish they had the option of being able to purchase them.
More
Metric
games will
Fusion,
be added to
Amazing
this
Mirror,
library as well.
Fire Emblem, Maximum Velocity, Golden Sun.
After this presentation, you can play these Game Boy titles with the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Or play
Oh
both
my
Game
God.
Boy and Game
Oh
Boy
my God,
Advance
wait,
titles
how
with
much
the
more is
Nintendo
it gonna
Switch
cost
Online Plus
now?
expansion pack
How much was
membership.
it before?
Select Game Boy titles will be playable on Nintendo Switch. And
I can't
after
remember if
today's
that's Super
Nintendo
Mario
Direct,
Land 2 or not.
you'll be able to play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles we introduced.
I actually don't have a
Please
Nintendo
look
Switch
forward to
Online.
more
It's because
information
all of the
about
games they've
Nintendo
shown,
Switch
I either
Online
physically
and
own
Nintendo
them
Switch
or I
Online
digitally
Plus
own
expansion
them.
pack in the
So there's no
future.
point for me to, you know.
Let's see a few more headlines.
The original Metroid Prime game is remastered on Nintendo Switch.
What? Oh. I've heard. I heard about this, but I didn't know if it was true. It does look a lot better. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm making weird noises. Oh my God, I've been wanting. Oh. Oh. It looks good. Oh, yes. Because but wait a minute, that's the first one.
The first Metroid Prime game, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, has been remastered.
Oh my
for
God, I've
Nintendo
always tried to
Switch.
find ways to keep playing Metroid Prime in a different
Explore Talon 4
experience,
from
and
the
there's
perspective
another
of
one.
Samus Aran, But beware, there's more to this.
Like, I
alien
know I've
planet
seen, like,
than meets the
fan-made
eye.
Unreal Engine that looks better than this, but
Advisors
to
are
have a
the key to
fully
your
fledged
adventure.
game,
They'll
I'll
help
take
you
it.
discover info and clues on how to progress.
Awesome. This is one of my favorite games of all
Depending on the
time. This is
situation,
great to
a
see
certain
this.
visor may be required.
Oh, I'm
Hostile
really
creatures
excited about
attack.
this.
Keep them in your sights
I'm
with a
buying this.
lock-on
Either
feature.
fuck it, I
Then
don't even
fight
care if it's
back with
$60.
beams, missiles, bombs, and more. This remaster adds new dual-stick controls, allowing you to move around while separately changing your point
Yeah,
of view.
I know, I swear, but this is how
Also select the control
big of a
style
deal it
that
is.
creates
You know,
the
I don't
feel
even
of
care
the
if there's
original
extra
game,
content for this.
among
I would play it.
control options. Explore Talon 4 with your preferred
This is my
play
favorite
style.
Metroid game.
The digital version of Metroid Prime Remastered launches on Nintendo eShop later today. The physical version of the game will be available in stores
The
February
digital
22nd.
version, but I want to get it physically. Holy
Your
crap.
master detective
The only thing that
skills to
sucks
the
is
test.
there's no Metroid Prime 2 or
This
3,
is
but
the
even
World
still,
Detective
Metroid Prime
Organization.
1 is just,
Yuma, a trained
like, I like the
detective,
second game, and I
and
love the third
Shinigami,
game,
the spirit haunting him, will solve the
but
strange
Metroid Prime
incidents
1
within
is just
Kanai
on a
Ward,
completely different
a
league
city
in,
ruthlessly
for me
controlled by
compared to 2 and 3.
Amaterasu
Like, comparing
Corporation.
Metroid Prime 1 and Metroid Prime 2,
You'll investigate
to me
these
they're
incidents
so
alongside
different.
master detectives of the organization. Each one has a supernatural ability that can prove useful during investigations. Mimic body types and voices with disguise. Detect heartbeats and whispers with audio aptitude. And witness
I know Vinny's
past
happy.
crime
Well,
scenes
is
with
he?
post-cognition. These abilities can be
He's
shared with
probably
Yuma,
gonna play it.
So this is post-cognition.
so use them to get closer
So I'm really
to
happy about
cracking
that.
the case.
What are the
After
odds?
collecting enough
Like,
evidence,
I'm working
a
on Super
mystery
Metroid and then
labyrinth
they
will appear.
announce this. I won't buy it immediately, but I'll definitely put it
Spot the
as one of the next
inconsistencies
games I'll
and
purchase.
uncover the truth.
The only problem is if it is $60, I'll pay
Master
for it,
Detective
but dang.
Archives Rain Code launches on Nintendo Switch.
50 I
June
would be
30th.
okay with, but...
Wings of the Heart take flight once more.
What's this?
A remastered collection of both Baten Kaitos games, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system,
my
is
god.
coming to Nintendo
That's
Switch.
great.
After a long and peaceful era on the floating islands
I've
of
been wanting to
Bummer,
play this
the
game, but it was
Empire's
always so expensive on
conspiracy looms
GameCube.
closer.
Great.
As spirits
They
dwelling
actually...
within the
They're
protagonists,
remastering it.
you'll stand up to the Empire
Great.
across 2 different
I
eras
can
of war.
actually play the game. My only
During
problem
your
is that
travels, you'll visit
these are the
various
kind of games
locales
where
and
you
team up
kind of
with like-minded
wish
allies.
it looked fuzzy because you're gonna see some of the nasty
Battles are
details,
fought
but
using cards called Magnus. Your
how many
attack
games
power
is that now?
determined by the attributes and
wait, what's funny is
combinations of
that
your
none of them are
cards,
new games,
which
they're
are
all
randomly dealt from the
remasters.
deck.
Entering Odyssey Collection, Metroid Prime
In these
Remaster,
real-time
Baten
battles,
Kaitos
you'll need
Collection.
to make split-second decisions to edge closer to victory. What revelations will come to light in the skies above and the lands below?
I remember originally I had no interest in Baten Kaitos,
Baten
but
Kaitos 1 and 2 HD
Cool.
Remaster soars onto
I'll
Nintendo
buy it.
Switch this summer.
shoot, that's 3. You're kind of pushing it.
Dive into your new fantasy
I thought they
life.
said die.
Live the life you want in a new Fantasy Life game
Fantasy Life, I've heard of that. Wasn't it on
while
3DS?
exploring the once thriving island.
My
You'll
neck!
meet a mysterious girl.
I turned to the left really quickly to see the time.
Then travel between
37
past and
minutes.
present to make the island your own.
Actually, I'll be right back.
Become a woodcutter, angler, cook, blacksmith, paladin, magician, and more. Take on different roles to develop the island. How will you rebuild? This life is yours to live. After 1,000 years, the restoration is about to begin. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time.
back. Professor Layton, what are you doing here?
Wave 4 is
When was the last
racing in.
Professor Layton game they ever made? It's probably been years and years.
Yoshi's Island. A brand new course is
I knew it
zooming
had to
into
be a
Wave
brand new
4
course because
of
as
the
soon as I
Mario
saw
Kart
it,
8
I was
Deluxe
just like,
Booster
what
Course
Mario
Pass
Kart game is
DLC.
this? Also, it's funny to note that 2 of the 3 most best-selling Switch games, I don't own either.
Birdo, who
2 of the
originally
3.
hit the track in Mario Kart Double Dash, is also being added to Wave 4.
Wait, why are they showing Double Dash? I know she debuted, well, he, or she. I don't know if that's... I think Birdo is just a she now. I just know in Super Mario Bros. 2 Birdo was transgender. So now I'm just kind of confused. Are there other games where Birdo is transgender?
Active Nintendo
Because
Switch
there's
Online
Super
Plus
Mario
expansion pack
Advance
members can
for
enjoy
the
this
GBA.
DLC at no additional cost.
Does that count?
The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
Game I might actually buy. At first I wasn't interested, but it actually looks kind of cool. I don't know how long that series has been around, that baseball series. I know that they came out on the N64. Hopefully, well actually I don't really care if this gets copyright claimed. I'm going to private this video in a couple of days anyways. Alright. I wonder what's the last thing they're gonna show.
Thank you for staying with us so far. This will be our last segment. Please take a look.
When is it gonna be? Dang it. I really wanted it to be Metroid Prime 4. I really did not want it to be Breath of the Wild 2 because I already know the game is gonna come out soon. Dang it. I really wanted it to be Metroid Prime 4.
Rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies.
Oh my gosh, the Blood Moons are back.
Leave no survivors.
This is definitely going to be a game that is going to push the limit of what you can make of a Switch game.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
I'll show you. I am excited for this game, but at the same time, I already know this is going to be like an 80+ hour game, so I'm kind of dreading that, but at least I'll enjoy it. Was there really anything that they announced that was different, aside from what's going to happen now, maybe? No.
Please, Lend him your power.
That was The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, the latest entry in the Legend of Zelda series. In addition to the standard version, a collector's edition of the game containing various items will release on launch day. A new amiibo figure of Link from this game will also be available on the same day. We hope you're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Well, overall I was fine with the Direct. Happy to see some games come back to be remastered so I can actually play them. But no new games. I'm fine with that. The remasters are pretty much going to count as its own purchase. So that's pretty much it. Overall, I was pretty fine with that overall. You know, Breath of the Wild 2, Pikmin 4. Yeah, geez, counting Octopath and Engage. That's a lot of Switch games coming out this year. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'll be privating this video in about a day or two, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Bye-bye.